champs of Examsnet, welcome to the question series of Examsnet. I hope this series of detailed explanation is helping you a lot. Let's start this session here. The question is, what will come in place of the question mark in the following questions? So we have to find the value in place of the question mark. And the question is minus 676.76 plus 1237.87 plus 897.34 minus question mark is equal to 1294.25. Let the missing number be x. So it will be minus 676.76 plus 1237.87 plus 897.34 minus x is equal to 1294.25. So it will be 1458 minus 1294.25 is equal to x. So x will be equals to 164.2. Therefore, we can say that in place of question mark, the number will be 164.2. Hence, option B is the correct option for this question. Next question is 3 by 8 of 4624 divided by 564 minus 428. In this question, we have to use the BODMAS rule. So by using the BODMAS rule, it will be 3 by 8 into 4624 divided by 564 minus 428 is 136. So it will be 3 by 8 into 34, which will be equals to 12.75. Therefore, we can say that the correct option for this question is option number D, which is 12.75. Next question is 456 divided by 24 into 38 minus 958 plus 364 is equal to. Again, we have to use the BODMAS rule here. So it will be 456 divided by 24 into 38 minus 958 plus 364. So this will be 19 into 38 minus 594. So it will be equal to 722 minus 594, which will be equals to 128. So the required answer for this question is option number C, which is 128. Next question is 3 6 by 17 divided by 2 7 by 34 minus 1 9 by 25 is equal to question mark square. So let the missing number here be y. So this will be equal to y square. On further solving, we'll get 3 6 by 17 is equal to 57 upon 17. So 2 7 by 34 will be equals to 75 by 34. And 1 9 by 25 will be equals to 34 upon 25. What we have done is we have converted the mixed fraction into simple fraction. Now we have to use the BODMAS rule here. So by using the BODMAS rule, 57 upon 17 divided by 75 upon 34 minus 34 upon 25. So this will be equals to 38 upon 25 minus 34 upon 25, which is equal to 4 upon 25, which is equal to y square. So we can say that if y square is equal to 4 upon 25, then y will be equal to 2 upon 5. And y is the number in place of the question mark. So we can say that the correct answer for this question is 2 by 5. Therefore, option A is the correct option for the given question. Next question is 441 power 1 by 2 into 207 into 343 power 1 by 3 divided by 14 square into 529 power 1 by 2 is equal to question mark. So this will be 21 square. We can write it as 21 square and again the power is 1 by 2. So it will be 21 into 207 into, we know that 343 is cube of 7. So we can write it as 7 cube. Again the power will be multiplied. So it will be 7 divided by 196 into 23. We know that square for 23 is 529. So it can be written as 23 power 2 into 1 by 2. So 2 and 2 will be cancelled. So the remaining number will be 23. So this becomes 21 into 207 into 7 divided by 196 into 23. By using the board mass rule, it will be 30429 divided by 4508. On further division, this will be equals to 6.75. So we can say that the value in the place of question mark is 6.75. So the correct option here is option number B. Next question has the instruction, a school consisting of a total of 1560 students has boys and girls in the ratio of 7:5 respectively. All the students are enrolled in different types of hobby classes, singing, dancing, and painting. 1/5 of the boys are enrolled in only dancing classes. 20% of the girls are enrolled in only painting classes. 10% of the boys are enrolled in only singing classes. 24% of the girls are enrolled in both singing and dancing classes together. The number of girls enrolled in only singing classes is 200% of the boys enrolled in the same. 1/13 of the boys are enrolled in all the three classes together. The respective ratio of boys enrolled in dancing and painting classes together to the girls enrolled in the same is 2:1 respectively. 10% of the girls are enrolled in only dancing classes, whereas 8% of the girls are enrolled in both dancing and painting classes together. The remaining girls are enrolled in all the three classes together. The number of boys enrolled in singing and dancing classes together is 50% of the number of girls enrolled in the same. The remaining boys are enrolled in only painting classes. This is a huge information. And the part of the question here is, what is the total number of boys who are enrolled in dancing? We know that the ratio of boys and girls is 7:5. Therefore, number of boys will be equal to 7 by 12 into 1560, because total there are 1560 students. So this will be equals to 910. Therefore, the number of girls will be 1560 minus 910, which is equal to 650. Now, number of boys enrolled in only dancing will be equal to 910 upon 5, which is equal to 182. Again, number of girls in only painting will be equal to, see, we have calculated the number of boys enrolled in only dancing, which is 182. And now we have to calculate number of girls in only painting will be equal to 650 upon 5. So it will be equal to 130. Similarly, number of boys in singing will be equal to 91, and number of girls in singing and dancing both will be equals to 24 by 100 into 650. So it will be equal to 156. Now, the number of girls in only singing will be equals to 91 into 2, which is equal to 182. Similarly, the number of boys in all the three activities will be equals to 1 by 13 into 910, which is equal to 70. Also, number of girls in both dancing and painting will be equals to 8 by 100 into 650. So it will be equals to 52. Also, number of girls only in dancing will be equals to 650 upon 10. So it will be equals to 65. So the number of boys we have to calculate the number of boys enrolled in dancing. So first, let us see the number of boys in both dancing and painting will be equals to 2 into 52, which is equal to 104. And we know that number of girls in all three will be equal to 65. Now, the diagrams will be in this way. For girls, the diagram is, consider this as the Venn diagram. For the girls, let this be D, P, and S, which is dancing, singing, and painting. So this is 65, 52, 156, 65, 130, and 182. And the total number of girls are 650. Similarly, for boys, it will be again dancing, painting, and singing. So 182, 385, 91, 78, 70, and 104. So you can see that number of boys in both singing and dancing is equal to 156 upon 2, which is 78. And number of boys in only painting is equal to 365. So we can say that the total number of boys enrolled in dancing is equal to 385 plus 78, which will be equal to 434. So therefore, we can say that the correct option for this question is option number D, which is 434. I hope this question is clear to you. Next part of the question is total number of girls enrolled in singing is approximately what percentage of the total number of students in the school? We know that the total number of girls in singing is equals to 403, and we have to find the ratio of all students. We know the total number of students are 1560. So the required ratio will be equal to 403 divided by 1560, which is equal to 26% approximately. So we can say that the correct option here is option number E. This kind of questions are very simple. All you have to do is you have to just understand the basic concepts in the first part and you can easily solve all the remaining parts. Next part of the question is, what is the total number of students enrolled in all the three classes together? We have already calculated all the values, and let us just look at the Venn diagrams. So for girls, the Venn diagram was this way: dancing, singing and painting. It is 65, 156, 65 again, 52, 130 and 182. For boys, the Venn diagram consisted of D, S and P, which is dancing, singing and painting. 182, 78, 91, 70, 100 and this is 104. This is 385. We know that number of boys in both singing and dancing is equal to 156 by 2, which is 78. And number of boys in only painting is 385. So we can say that number of students enrolled in all the three, which is dancing, singing and painting, will be 135. So we can say that the correct option for this question is option number A, which is 135. Again, the question has same directions, and here the question is, number of girls enrolled in only dancing classes is what percentage of the boys enrolled in the same. We know that number of girls who are only enrolled in dancing classes is 65 and the number of boys enrolled in dancing classes is 182. So the required percentage for 65 and 182 will be 182 upon 65. So it will be equal to 38.67% approximately. So we can say that the correct option here is option number A, which is 38.67. I hope this question is clear to you. Moving on to the next question. It also has the same directions. Here the question is, what is the respective ratio of the number of girls enrolled in only painting classes to the number of boys enrolled in the same? We know that number of girls enrolled in only painting classes is 130 and number of boys enrolled in only painting classes is 385. So the required ratio will be 130 is to 385, which will be equals to 26 is to 77 on further cancelling. So we can say that here the respective ratio is equal to 26 is to 77. Hence option C is the correct option for this question. Next question is, in the given question, two quantities are given. One is quantity 1 and another is quantity 2. So two quantities are given here. You have to determine relationship between two quantities and choose the appropriate option. So the question here is 1 is greater than A is greater than 0 and 0 is greater than B. Value of A plus B whole square minus A square minus B square divided by A plus B whole square minus A square minus B square is equal to 1 upon 2 into AB cube plus AB. See, if the quantity 1 is equal to quantity 2, then either the relation cannot be established from this information, or you can say that if both these are equal, then no relation can be established, because you can see that in LHS part, both numerator and denominator are same. So it will be only equals to 1 because both these terms will be cancelled and this will be equals to 1. So according to the given question, if both of these quantities LHS and RHS are equal, then no relation can be established. Therefore, we can say that the correct option is option number D here. Next part of the question is, there are three positive numbers A, B and C. The average of A and B is less than the average of B and C by 1. So we know that average of A and B is less than average of B and C by 1. So the equation will be b plus c by 2 minus a plus b by 2 is equal to 1. This shows that average of A and B is less than the average of B and C by 1. So on further solving, it will be equals to B plus C minus A plus B is equal to 2. Or we can say that C minus A will be equal to 2. Since the difference between C and A is positive, therefore we can say that C is greater than A. Therefore we can say that quantity 1 is greater than quantity 2. So the correct option will be option number B here. If quantity 1 is greater than quantity 2. Next question is, in the given questions, two quantities are given. One is quantity 1 and another is quantity 2. See, the directions are same here. Three equal circles are drawn on a triangle ABC with points A, B and C as the centers. Radius of each of the circle is equal to half of the side of the triangle ABC. Here, area of shaded region 1 is equal to 128 1 by 3. And the quantity is the area of the shaded region is 2 in centimeter square and 30 centimeter square. So, if the area of the shaded region 1 is equal to 128 1 by 3, then we can say that quantity 1 is greater than or equal to quantity 2. So, the correct option will be option number A here. Next part of the question is, Ram invested P in scheme A and 2P in scheme B for 2 years each. Scheme A offers simple interest per annum. Scheme B offers compound interest compounded annually at the rate of 10% per annum. Respective ratio between the interest earned from scheme A and that earned from scheme B was 8:21. Quantities are rate of interest offered by scheme A, rate of interest offered by scheme C, when 1,600 is invested for 3 years, earns an interest of rupees 384. So question says all about the simple interest and compound interest. We know that simple interest is equals to principal into rate into time divided by 100. And compound interest is equals to principal into 1 plus rate upon 100 whole power time minus 1. Now, rate of interest for scheme B is equal to 10%. Time period is 2 years. According to question, 2P into P into R into 2 divided by 100 whole divided by 1 plus 10 upon 100 whole square minus 1 is equal to 8 upon 21. On further solving this, it will be equals to R upon 50 divided by 21 upon 50 is equal to 8 upon 21. So 50 and 50 will be cancelled. So this will be R upon 21 is equal to 8 upon 21. Again 21 and 21 will be cancelled. So rate will be equals to 8%. So we can say that quantity 1 is rate is equal to 8%. Now quantity 2 will be 384 is equals to 1600 into rate into 3 upon 100. This 0 and 0 will be cancelled. So R will be equals to 384 upon 16 into 3 is 48. So R will be equals to 8%. So we can say that both quantity 1 and quantity 2 are equal. Therefore, the correct option will be option number D here, which is quantity 1 is equal to quantity 2. So correct option is option number D. Next part of the question is, Rutuja bought two articles, article A at X and article B at X plus 50. She sold article A at 20% profit and article B at 10% loss and earned 35 as profit on the whole deal. The quantities are profit earned by Rutuja on selling article A, Loss incurred when an article which cost 480 is sold at 20% loss. So here in this question, according to the given information, cost price which is CP of A is equals to X and cost price of B is equal to X plus 50. Selling price which is denoted as SP of A will be equal to 120 upon 100 into X, which is equal to 6X upon 5. And selling price of article B will be equal to 90 upon 100 into X plus 50. Now, we know that selling price for both articles after rupees 35 profit will be equals to X plus 50 plus 35, which is equal to 2X plus 85. So we can say that 6X upon 5 plus 9X upon 10 plus 45 is equal to 2X plus 85. So on further solving this, it will be equals to 21X upon 10 minus 2X is equal to 85 minus 45. So X by 10 will be equal to 40, or X will be equals to 40 into 10. So X will be equals to 400. So we know that quantity 1 is profit. So profit will be equal to 20 by 100 into 400. This 0 and 0 will be cancelled here. So it will be 80 rupees. And quantity 2 is loss. So loss will be 20 by 100 into 480. Again, the 0 and 0 will be cancelled. So it will be rupees 96. It is clear that quantity 2 is greater than quantity 1. So we can say that the correct option for this question is option number C here, which is if quantity 2 is greater than quantity 1. I hope that this question is also clear to you. Moving on to the next question. A shopkeeper sold a TV set for rupees 17,940 with a discount of 8% and gained 19.6%. If no discount is allowed, what will be his gain percentage? So here in this question, cost price is not given. So let the cost price be equal to 100x or rupees 100x. So selling price after the profit of 19.6% will be equals to 100x plus 19.6 upon 100 into 100x is equal to 119.6x. According to question, 119.6x is equal to 70,940. So here the value of x will be equal to 17,940 divided by 119.6, which will be equals to 150. Therefore, we can say that the cost price will be equal to 100x, which is 100 into x. So 100 into 150 will be equals to 15,000. So the cost price is 15,000. Now, marked price will be after discount of 8%. It is given in the question. Therefore, marked price after discount of 8% will be 100 upon 92 into 17,000 and 940. So it will be equals to 19,500 on further calculation. Therefore, the profit when no discount is given will be equals to 19,500 minus 15,000 divided by 15,000 into 100. Zeros and zeros will be cancelled. So it will be 45 upon 15 into 10. So it will be equal to 30%. So we can say that the profit when no discount is given is 30%. Hence, the correct option for this question is option D, which is cannot be determined. Or you can also take option E, which is none of this, because we have already determined the value here and the value is 30. But since it is not given in the options, then the correct option will be option E, which says none of this. I hope it is clear to you. Next question is, jar A has 36 liters of mixture of milk and water in the respective ratio of 5:4. Jar B, which had 20 liters of mixture of milk and water, was emptied into a jar A. And as a result, in jar A, the respective ratio of milk and water becomes 5:3. What was the quantity of water in jar B? We know that jar A has 36 liters of milk and water in respective ratio of 5:4. So we can say that the quantity of milk in jar A will be equal to 5/9 into 36. So this will be equal to 5 into 4, which is 20 liters. Therefore, quantity of water in jar A will be equal to 36 minus 20, which is equal to 16 liters. Now, let the quantity of water in jar B be X liters. Therefore, quantity of milk in the jar B will be equals to 20 minus X liters. Now, according to the given question and the information, 20 plus 20 minus X divided by 16 plus X is equal to 5/3. So it will be 120 minus 3X is equal to 80 plus 5X. So 8X will be equal to 40 and X will be equals to 40 upon 8, which is equal to 5. So we can say that X is equal to 5 liters, or the quantity of water in jar B is 5 liters. Therefore, the correct option here will be option number A, which is 5 liters. Next question is, the simple interest accrued on an amount of rupees 84,000 at the end of 3 years is rupees 30,240. What would be the compound interest accrued on the same amount at the same rate in the same period? We know that simple interest is equals to principal into rate into time divided by 100. Here, the rate of interest is 30,240 divided by 84,000 into 3. Therefore, rate of interest will be equals to 12%. Now, the amount after compounding will be principal into 1 plus r power n is equal to 84,000 into 1.12 whole cube. So on further multiplying this value, it will be equals to 118013.952. So this is the principal value. Therefore, we can say that the interest will be equals to 34013.952. Hence, we can say that the correct option for this question is option number E here, which is 34013.95. So correct option is option number E here. Next question is a very interesting question, and this kind of question always comes in the exam. The respective ratio between the time taken by a boat to travel the same distance downstream in stream A and that in stream B is 8:7. The speed of the boat is 12 km per hour and the speed of the stream A is half the speed of the stream B. What is the speed of the stream B in kilometer per hour? So firstly, let the speed of stream B is equal to 2x kilometer per hour and the speed of stream A is equal to x kilometer per hour. We know that the actual speed of stream is equals to 12 kilometer per hour. It is already given in the question. Now, according to question, 1 upon 12 plus x divided by 1 upon 12 plus 2x is equal to 8 upon 7, which is the ratio of downstream in A and in stream B. So this will be 12 plus 2x divided by 12 plus x is equal to 8 upon 7. So it will be 84 plus 14x is equal to 96 plus 8x. So 14x minus 8x is equal to 96 minus 84. So it will be 6x is equal to 12. So x will be equals to 12 upon 6, which is equal to 2. Therefore, we can say that the value of x is 2. So speed of stream B will be equal to 2x, which is equal to 2 into 2, which is equal to 4. And the speed is in kilometer per hour. So we can say that the speed of stream B is 4 kilometer per hour. So the correct option here is option number D, which is 4. I hope this question is clear to you. Next question is A, B and C each working alone can finish a piece of work in 27, 33 and 45 days respectively. A starts by working alone for 12 days. Then B takes over from A and works for 11 days. At this stage, C takes over from B and completes the remaining work. In how many days the whole work was completed? This is a question which comes from work and time. We know that A's 1 day work is equal to 1 upon 27. So A's 12 days work will be equal to 1 upon 27 into 12, which is equal to 4 by 9. So therefore, the remaining work will be equal to 1 minus 4 upon 9, which will be equals to 5 upon 9. Similarly, for B, we can calculate that B's 11 days work will be equals to 1 by 33 into 11. So it will be 1 by 3. Again, the remaining work will be equals to 5 by 9 minus 1 by 3, which is equal to 2 by 9. So we can say that the remaining work is for C. Now, days taken by C to complete the work is 45 days. We know that C takes 45 days. Therefore, days taken to complete 2 by 9th of work will be equal to 2 by 9 into 45. This 9 and 45 will be cancelled. So it will be 10 days. Now we have to calculate the total days. So total days in which the whole work is completed is equals to 12 plus 11 plus 10, which is equal to 33 days. So we can say that the days in which the whole work is completed is equal to 33 days. So option A is the correct option, which is 33. Next question is, in each of the following questions, two equation 1 and 2 have been given. Solve these questions and answer. Here, the first statement is 30x square plus 11x plus 1 is equal to 0. We have to use factorization method here, which is splitting the middle term method to find the value of x and y. So this equation can be written as 30x square plus 6x plus 5x plus 1 is equal to 0. Taking 6x common from the first two terms, the remaining terms will be 5x plus 1. Taking plus 1 common from the next two terms, the remaining terms will be 5x plus 1. Therefore, the factors will be 5x plus 1 and 6x plus 1 is equal to 0. So we can say that x will be equal to minus 1 by 5 and x will be equal to minus 1 by 6. Now, second statement is 42y square plus 13y plus 1 is equal to 0. This can be written as 42y square plus 7y plus 6y plus 1 is equal to 0. Taking 7y common from the first two terms, remaining terms will be 6y plus 1. Similarly, taking plus 1 common, remaining terms will be 6y plus 1. Therefore, the factors will be 7y plus 1 and 6y plus 1 is equal to 0. So the values of y will be equal to minus 1 by 6 and minus 1 by 7. It is clear that from the values of x and y, x is less than or equal to y. Therefore, we can say that the relation between x and y is x is less than or equal to y. Hence, the correct option for this question is option number B here. Next question also has the same directions. Here, the first statement is x square minus x minus root 2x plus root 2 is equal to 0. Taking x common from the first two terms, remaining terms will be x minus 1. Taking minus root 2 common from the first two terms, remaining terms will be x minus 1. So the factors will be x minus 1. Therefore, x will be equal to 1 and x will be equal to root 2. Similarly, the second statement is y square minus of 3y plus 2 is equal to 0. This can be written as y square minus 2y minus y plus 2 is equal to 0. Taking y common, remaining terms will be y minus 2. Taking minus 1 common, remaining terms will be y minus 2 is equal to 0. So the factors will be y minus 2 and y minus 1 is equal to 0. Therefore, y will be equal to 2 and y will be equal to 1. It is clear from the values of x and y that for one value, x is equal to y. Therefore, we can say that the correct option will be option number C, which is if x is equal to y or the relation cannot be established. Here, correct will be x is equal to y. Next question also has the same directions. And for this question, statement 1 is x square minus 2x minus root 5x plus 2 root 5 is equal to 0. Taking x common from the first two terms, the remaining terms will be x minus 2. Similarly, taking minus root 5 common from the next two terms, the remaining terms will be x minus 2 is equal to 0. So the factors will be x minus 2 and x minus root 5. Therefore, the values of x will be 2 and root 5. Similarly, the second statement is y square minus root 3 into y minus root 2y plus root 6 is equal to 0. Taking y common from the first two terms, remaining terms will be y minus root 3. Similarly, taking minus root 2 common, remaining terms will be y minus root 3. So the factors will be y minus root 3 and y minus root 2 is equal to 0. So the values of y will be root 3 and root 2. Here we can say that x is greater than y because x is equal to 2 and root 5 and y is equal to root 2 and root 3. So the relation between x and y is x is greater than y. Hence the correct option is option number E here. Next question also has the same directions. Here the first statement is x square plus 2x plus 36 is equal to 0. This can be written as x square plus 2 into x into 6 plus 6 square is equal to 0. So it becomes x plus 6 whole square which is equal to 0. So x will be equal to minus 6. Now, second statement is y square is equal to 16. So it is clear that y will be equal to plus minus 4. So from the values of x and y, we can clearly say that x is less than y. So the correct option will be option number A, which is if x is less than y. Moving on to the next question, it also has the same directions. So here the statement 1 is 9x square plus 3x minus 2 is equal to 0. This can be written as 9x square plus 6x minus 3x minus 2 is equal to 0. Taking 3x common from the first two terms, remaining terms will be 3x plus 2. Similarly, taking minus 1 common from the next two terms, remaining terms will be 3x plus 2. Therefore, the factors will be 3x plus 2 and 3x minus 1 is equal to 0. So, x will be equal to 1 by 3 and x will be equal to minus of 2 by 3. Similarly, the second statement is 8y square plus 6y plus 1 is equal to 0. This can be written as 8y square plus 4y plus 2y plus 1 is equal to 0. Now, taking 4y common from the first two terms, remaining terms will be 2y plus 1. Similarly, taking plus 1 common, remaining terms will be 2y plus 1. So, the factors will be 2y plus 1 and 4y plus 1 is equal to 0. So, y will be equal to minus 1 by 4 and y will be equal to minus 1 by 2. It is clear from the values of x and y that no relation can be established here. Therefore, we can say that the correct option will be option number C, which is if x is equal to y or the relation cannot be established. Here the correct part will be relation cannot be established. Moving on to the next question. Next question has the instructions. Find the wrong number in the given series. The series is 1, 4, 15, 64, 325, 1955. So here we have to understand the pattern of this series to identify the wrong number. 4 can be written as 1 into 2 plus 2. Similarly, 15 can be written as 4 into 3 plus 3. 64 can be written as 15 into 4 plus 4. Similarly, the next number is 325, which can be written as 64 into 5 plus 5. Similarly, the next number is 1956, which can be written as 325 into 6 plus 6. We know that the nth term is of the form. See, we are talking about the nth term. So, nth term is of the form Tn is equals to Tn minus 1 into n plus n. Here, the last term does not follow the pattern and is thus the wrong number in the sequence. So, we can say that the last number is the wrong number. So, the correct option is option number D here. Next question also has the same directions. Here the series is 6, 12, 21, 33, 49 and 66. We know that 2 into 2 plus 2 gives 6. 3 into 3 plus 3 gives 12. 4 into 4 plus 5 gives 21. 5 into 5 plus 8 gives 33. And 6 into 6 plus 12 gives 48. So the number which does not follow the pattern here is 49. So we can say that the wrong number here is 49. So correct option will be option number C here. Next question also has the same directions. The series is 6, 11.5, 19, 28.5 and 41. We know that 1.5 into 2 plus 3 gives 6. 2.5 into 3 plus 4 gives 11.5. And 3.5 into 4 plus 5 gives 19. Similarly, 4.5 into 5 plus 6 gives 28.5, and 5.5 into 6 plus 7 gives 40. So the number which does not follow the pattern here is last number, which is 41. Hence the correct option will be option number C here. Again, the question has the same directions. Here the series have the numbers 5, 26, 82, 214, 401 and 702. We know that 1 into 2 plus 3 gives 5. This is the pattern of the series here. Similarly, 4 into 5 plus 6 will give 26. 8 into 9 plus 10 will give 82. Similarly, 13 into 14 plus 15 gives 212. 19 into 20 plus 21 gives 401. And 26 into 27 plus 28 gives 702. So the number which does not follow the pattern of the series here is 214. Hence the correct option is option number C here. Moving on to the next question. The numbers are 5, 20, 73, 274 and 1049. The pattern of the series here is 1 square plus 4 is equal to 5. 2 square plus 16 is equal to 20. Similarly, 3 square plus 64 is equal to 73. 4 square plus 256 is equal to 272. And 5 square plus 1024 is equal to 1049. The number which does not follow the pattern of the series is 274. Therefore, it is the wrong number. So the correct option will be option number C, which says 274. Moving on to the next question. Here, the directions are different. Study the following table carefully to answer this question. Here is a table which consists of percentage of marks obtained by 6 students in 6 different subjects. Students are A, B, C, D, E and F, and there are 6 different subjects. So first part of this question is, what is the average percentage of marks obtained by all the students in subject T? We know that from the table, sum of all percentage marks in subject T is equal to 64 plus 56 plus 58 plus 72 plus 77 plus 68, which is equal to 395. So the required average will be equal to 395 upon 6 because there are total 6 subjects. So it will be equal to 65.83. Therefore, out of all the options, the correct option will be none of this because the correct answer is 65.83, which is not mentioned in the options. So we can say that the correct option will be option number E, which says none of this. Next question also has the same directions. Here, the question is marks obtained by A in subject P, Q and R together are approximately what percentage of marks obtained by F in subjects S, T and U together? We know that for A, marks obtained in P will be equal to 68 upon 100 into 70, which gives 47.6. Q will be equal to 84 upon 100 into 80, which gives 67.2. And for R, it will be equal to 77 upon 100 into 120, which is equal to 92.4. Therefore, we can say that total marks scored by A, or we can say that total marks for A is equal to 47.6 plus 67.2 plus 92.4. So it gives 207.2. Now, let us look the marks obtained by F. So for F, the marks obtained in S is equal to 68 upon 100 into 125, which gives 85, Marks obtained by F in subject T will be equal to 68 upon 100 into 75, which gives 51. And marks obtained by F in subject U is equal to 71 upon 100 into 150. So it will give 106.5. So the total marks obtained by F will be equal to 85 plus 51 plus 106.5. So it will be equal to 242.5. Now we have to find the required percentage. So required percentage will be equal to 207.2 divided by 242.5 into 100. So it will be equal to 85.44 percentage, which will be approximately equal to 85%. So we can say that the correct option for this question is option number C, which is 85. Next question also has the same directions. Here, the part of the question is, what is the overall percentage of marks obtained by B in all the subjects together, rounded off to 2 digits after decimal? So, marks obtained by B in all the subjects. So, marks obtained by B in subject P will be equal to 49% into 70. So, it will be equal to 34.3. Marks obtained by B in Q are 79% into 80, which will be equal to 63.2. Marks obtained by B in subject R will be 62% into 120. So it will be equal to 74.4. Similarly, marks obtained by B in subject S are 85% into 125. So it will be equal to 106.25. Marks obtained by B in subject T are 56% into 75, which gives 42. Marks obtained by B in subject U are 76% into 150, which is equal to 114. Therefore, we can say that total marks obtained by B are 34.3 plus 63.2 plus 74.4 plus 106.25 plus 42 plus 140. So it will be equal to 434.15. Now, total marks possible will be equal to 70 plus 80 plus 120 plus 125 plus 75 plus 150. So it will be equal to 620. Now we have to find the overall percentage. So the overall percentage will be equal to total marks obtained divided by total marks possible into 100. So it will be 434.15, which is total marks obtained by B, divided by total possible marks, which is 620 into 100. So this will be equal to 70.02% after rounding off to 2 decimal. So we can say that the correct option for this question is option number A, which is 70.02. Next question also has the same directions. What are the marks obtained by D in all the subjects together? So we can say that for D, marks obtained by D in subject P is equal to 70 by 100 into 75, which will be equal to 52.5. Similarly, marks obtained by D in subject Q is equal to 85 upon 100 into 80, which is equal to 68. Marks obtained by D in subject R is equal to 82 upon 100 into 120. So it will be equal to 98.4. Similarly, marks obtained by D in subject S is equal to 88 upon 100 into 125, which is equal to 110. Marks obtained by D in subject T will be equal to 72 by 100 into 75, which will give 54. Marks obtained by D in subject U will be equal to 78 by 100 into 150. So it will be equal to 170. We have to calculate the total marks obtained by D. So total marks will be equal to 52.5 plus 68 plus 98.4 plus 110 plus 54 plus 170. So it will be equal to 499.9. Therefore, we can say that the total marks obtained by D in all the subjects are 499.9. Therefore, the correct option is option number B here. Next question also has the same directions. What are the average marks obtained by out of 80 by all the 6 students together in the subject Q? So, marks obtained in subject Q by all the students will be, for A, it will be 84 by 100 into 80. So this will be equal to 67.2. For B, it will be equal to 79 upon 100 into 80, which will be equal to 63.2. For C, it will be equal to 81 upon 100 into 80, which will be equal to 64.8. For D, it will be equal to 85 upon 100 into 80, which will be equal to 68. For E, it will be equal to 66 upon 100 into 80, which is equal to 52.8. For F, it will be equal to 70 upon 100 into 80, which will be equal to 56. Therefore, we can say that the total marks will be equal to 67.2 plus 63.2 plus 64.8 plus 68 plus 52.8 plus 56. So it will be equal to 372. Total marks are 372 and total number of subjects are 6. So we can say that the average marks will be 372 divided by 6, which gives 62. So we can say that the average marks is equal to 62. Hence the correct option will be option number D for this question. I hope this question is clear to you. Next question has the instruction, study the following information to answer the given question. Elements A, B, C, D, L, M, and O are seated in a straight line, but not necessarily in the same order. Some of them are facing north while some are facing south. Only 3 people sit to the left of N, B sits second to the right of N, C sits third to the left of O is not an immediate neighbor of B, O does not sit at any of the extreme ends of the line, C and O face same direction, that is if C face north, then O also faces north and vice versa. Both the immediate neighbors of D face north. D does not sit at any of the extreme ends of the line. Person sitting at extreme ends face opposite direction, that is if one person faces north, then the other person faces south and vice versa. Both the immediate neighbors of N face same direction, that is if one neighbor faces north, then the other also faces north and vice versa. A sits second to the left of L, D faces a direction opposite to L, that is if L faces north, then D faces south and vice versa. Here the part of the question is how many people sit exactly between B and O. So according to all the given information, the sitting arrangement is in the way L, O, A, N, C, B D, and M. And the direction will be explained by the arrows. Here, the first part of the question is how many people sit exactly between B and O. So we can say that between B and O, see here there is B and here there is O. Between B and O, there are three peoples, 1, 2, and 3. So we can say that the correct option for this question will be option number E, which is 3. Next question also has the same directions. So first, let us make the sitting arrangement. Here, the question is who amongst the following represent the immediate neighbors of the person sitting at the extreme ends of the line? We can clearly see that extreme ends of the line are L and M. So sitting next to it will be O and D. So we can say that the correct option will be option number A, which says D and O. Next question also has the same directions. So let us make the sitting arrangement, which is L, O, A, N, C, B, D, and M. And the arrows will represent their direction. Here, the question is who amongst the following faces north? So we can see that here, the person who faces north is N, according to all the given options. So we can say that the correct option is option number D, which is N. Next question also has the same directions. The sitting arrangement is in this way. Here the question is which of the following is true based on the given arrangement. So the options are B and C faces the same directions. You can see that B and C do not face the same directions. None of the given options is true. B faces south. It is also not correct because B is facing north. Only 3 people face south. You can see that more than 3 people faces south. So here it is not correct. And the last option is M sits at one of the extreme ends of the line. It is correct because M is sitting at extreme end of the line. So we can say that the correct option is option number E here. I hope this question is clear to you. Next question also has the same directions. So first, let us make the sitting arrangement. L, O, A, N, C, B, D, and M. Here, the part of the question is, who amongst the following sits second to the right of C? We can see that C is present here. And second to the right of C will be in this direction. So we can say that the correct option is A here, which says A. I hope this question is clear to you. Next question is a word and number arrangement machine. When given an input line of words, a number rearranges them following a particular rule in each step. The following is an illustration of input and rearrangement. All the numbers are 2-digit number. So input is given here and some steps are also given here. As per the rules followed in the given step, find the appropriate step for the given input. So the input is 61 rust, 33 colt, 86 4, ton, 28, 49 and lead. Here in step 1, the word with the smallest first letter alphabetically is placed at first position. and all the middle letters are replaced by A. The smallest number is placed at second position and it is increased by 2. Similar pattern is followed in the remaining step, and finally the words and numbers are arranged in the descending order alternatively. So after arranging it, step 1 will be cat 30, 61 rust, 33, 86, 4, torn, 49, leap. Step 2 will be far, 35, cat, 30, 61, rust, 86, torn, 49, leap. Step 3 will be lap, 51, far, 35, cat, 30, 61, rust, 86 and torn. Step 4 will be rat, 63, lap, 51, far, 35, cat, 30, 86 and tor. Step 5 will be tan, 88, rat, 63, lap, 51, far, 35 and cat, 30. And step 5 is the last step of this arrangement. Here the question is, which one of the following is fourth to the left of the eighth element from the left end of step 2nd? We can see that the eighth element from the left end in step 2nd is torn. So we can say that fourth to the left of the torn is 30. So the correct option here will be option number E, which is 30. Moving on to next question, it also has the same directions. Here the question is, which of the following represents the element that is fifth to the right of cat in step 3rd? So rewriting step 3rd, which is lap, 51, far, 35, cat, 30, 61, rust, 86 and torn. Here we can see that element that is fifth to the right of cat in step 3rd is torn. So we can say that the correct option will be option number A here, which is torn. Moving on to next question. In step 3, how many elements are there between 86 and the third element from the left end? So again, writing step 3, which is lap, 51, far, 35, cat, 30, 61, rust, 86 and tor. Here we can say that third element from left end in step 3rd is far, and the number of elements between far and 86 in step 3rd is 5. You can see that here there is far and here there is 86. The number of elements are 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So the correct option will be here more than 3, which is option number A. Moving on to next question, it also has the same directions. The question is, what is the difference between the third element from the right end in step 5 and fifth element from the left end in step 2nd? So first let us write step 2nd and step 5. Step 2nd is far, 35, cat, 30, 61, rust, 86, torn, 49 and leap. Step 5th is tan, 88, rat, 63, lap, 51, far, 35, cat, 30. We can see that third element from right end in step 5 is 35 and fifth element from left and in step 2 is 61. Therefore, the difference here is 61 minus 35, which gives 26. Therefore, the correct option is option number C here, which is 26. Next question also has the same directions. The question is, ton is related to rust in step 1 in the same way as lap is related to tan in step 5, following the same pattern to which element is 86 related to in step 4. So, for the first step, ton is related to rust in step 1. Rust is fourth to the left of ton. And lap is related to tan in fifth step. So we can say that tan is fourth to the left of lap. Similarly, the fourth step is rat 63, lap 51, far 35, cat 30, 86 and ton. So in step 4, far is fourth to the left of 86. So we can say that far is related to 86. Hence the correct option here will be option number D, which is far. Next question is, study the following information carefully to answer the given question. Point Q is 12 meter to the east of point P. Point T is 18 meter to the south of point Q. Sneha, who is standing at point T, walks 4 meter towards east, takes a left turn and walks 18 meter. She takes a right turn, walks for 3 meter and stops at point V. So according to all the given information here, the required diagram will be in this way. Here the distance is 12 meter. From Q to T, the distance is 18 meter. From T to X, the distance is 4 meter. Again, from X to Y, the distance is 18 meter. And from Y to V, the distance is 3 meter. We know that point Q is 12 meter to the east of point P and point T is 18 meter to the south of point Q. Here the question is, in which direction is point T with respect to point V? We know that Sneha walks 4 meter towards east from point T. So she stops at point X. Now she takes a left turn from X and walks 18 meter, that is towards the north. And she stops at point Y. Finally, she walks 3 meter towards east and reaches the point V. So it is very clear that point T is southwest from point V. So we can say that the direction of T with respect to V is southwest. So the correct option here is option number E. Next question also has the same directions. So first let us make the required diagram. This is the required diagram for the given question. Here the question is, how far and in which direction is point Q with respect to point V? We can see that point Q is 4 plus 3, which is 7 meter to the west of point V. So we can say that the correct option is option number A here, which is 7 meter towards the west. Next question has the instruction, study the following information carefully and answer the questions below. S is the daughter of U. V has only 2 children, S and Y. Y is married to D. P is the brother of B. V has only 2 daughters. J is the mother of U. J is married to L. P is married to S. And V is the son of T. So according to this given information, first let us make a required representation. Here the symbols will represent the relation. according to all the given information, this is the required diagram here. The question here is, who among the following is the sister-in-law of B? We know that S is the daughter of U. V has only two children, S and Y. V is the son of T. That is, it implies that V is the husband of U. And V has only two daughters, S and Y. They are sisters. Y is married to D. P is married to S. P is the brother of B. D is the husband of Y. And P is the husband of S. And J is the mother of U. J is married to L. That is, L is the husband of J. It represents that double line is representing siblings and single line is representing married couples. So we can say that S is the sister-in-law of B. Therefore, the correct option here is option number B, which is S. Moving on to next question, it has the same directions. And the question is, who among the following is father of U? We have seen in the previous question that L is the father of U. And therefore, we can say that the correct option will be option number D, which is L. Next question also has the same directions. Here the question is, how is V related to P? See, the diagram was in such a way that double line was representing siblings and single line was representing married couples. So from question 48, by looking at the diagram, we can say that V is the father-in-law of P. So therefore, correct option will be option number A here. Next question is, each of the questions below consist of a question and two statements, number 1 and 2 given below it. You have to decide whether the data provided in the statements are sufficient to answer the question. Read both the statements. What is the code of Shine in a certain code language? And the statement is, in that code language, Shine was peeled off and written as ampersand hashtag @9 and no paint but Shine is written as 75 hashtag 8. Second statement is, in that code language, try the new Shine is written as 13 hashtag 0 and we try the new is written as 6013. Here, first statement says that the common word in both the inferences is Shine and the common code is hashtag. Thus, we can say that Shine is coded as hashtag. Thus, statement 1 alone is sufficient. About the statement second, the common words in both the inferences are try, the, and new, coded as 0 or 1 or 3. Now, only word left in first inference is Shine and only code left is hashtag. Thus, we can say that Shine is coded as hashtag and thus statement second alone is also sufficient. So the correct option for this question will be option number C, which is if the data either in statement 1 alone or in statement 2 alone are sufficient to answer the question. I hope it is clear to you. Moving on to the next question. Here the question is how C is related to H. And the statements are N is son of H, J is mother of Z, N and Z are cousins, C is husband of J. Second statement is L is father of C, A is mother of D, and L is married to A, H is wife of D, and J is wife of C. Here, N is the son of H and J is the mother of Z. Therefore, we can say that N and Z are cousins, and that implies C is husband of J. It implies that Z and N are cousins, and thus J is the sister of H. Also, C is the husband of J. It implies that C is brother-in-law of H. Therefore, statement 1 is alone sufficient. Statement 2 says that L is father of C, A is the mother of D, L is married to A, H is wife of D, and J is wife of C. That implies that L is husband of A, and their children are C, which is male, and D. Also, H is wife of D. It implies that C is the brother-in-law of H. Thus, we can say that statement 2 alone is sufficient. So for this question also, the correct option will be option number C, which says that if the data either in statement 1 alone or in statement 2 alone are sufficient to answer the question. So the correct option will be option number C here. Next question is, in which direction pointing A is located with respect to point B? The statements are, a man starts walking from point A towards east and after walking 3 meters reaches point N. He turns right and walks 7 meters to reach point M. Then he turns right and walks 6 meters to reach point O. He again turns right and walks 7 meters to reach point P. He then turns left and walks 2 meters to reach point B. Statement 2 is, a man starts walking from the point A towards east and after walking 3 meters reaches point N. From point N, he walks 7 meters towards the south and reaches point M. From point, he walks 6 meters towards west and reaches point O. From point O, he walks 7 meters towards the north and reaches point P. From point P, he walks towards the west and reaches B. The distance between A and B is 5 meters. So the distance is given here between A and B, which is 5 meters. Now, both the statement means the same thing here. And the man starts from point A and traveled for 3 meters towards the east. And from there he turned right towards south to reach M. And then traveled west for 6 meters to reach O. Then again turned right to reach P and finally stopped at B. Therefore, we can say that point A is 5 meters to the east of point B. Therefore, either statement alone is sufficient. So for this question also, the correct option will be option number C here. I hope this question is clear to you. Moving on to the next question, the instructions are, in this question, the relationship between different elements is shown in the statements. The statements are followed by 2 conclusions. Give answer. The statements are given here and 2 conclusions are given here. We can clearly see that T is greater than or equal to M, but T is equal to K. Also, K is greater than or equal to M. O is equal to M. Therefore, K is greater than or equal to O. Hence, we can say that conclusion first follows, and we cannot further establish a relation between F and M, even both are known to be less than F. Then we can say that conclusion second does not follow. So, only first conclusion is true. Therefore, the correct option for this question will be option number A here. Next question also has the same directions. Here, statement and conclusions are given. By looking at the statement and conclusion, O is greater than R. This is correct because Q is greater than R and P is greater than Q. While I is greater than or equal to R, hence we can say that O is greater than R. And second conclusion says that T is less than or equal to G. We cannot draw any conclusion between relationship of P and G. So we can say that only conclusion first follows. Therefore, the correct option will be option number A here, which says only conclusion first follows. Next question also has the same direction. Statements is given and 2 conclusions are given. Here, by looking at both the statements and conclusion, no relation can be established between W and F as the data provided is inadequate. L is greater than W, O is equal to L. Therefore, O is greater than W and W is equal to S. Hence, we can say that O is greater than S. So, option B is the correct option, which says that only conclusion second is true. So, correct option here is option number B. Next question also has the same directions. Statements and conclusions are given here. Here, the first conclusion is B is less than O. We cannot establish any direct relationship between B and O as data is provided. Second conclusion is T is less than S. No relationship can either be established between T and S as the data provided is inadequate. So we can say that both the conclusions do not follow. Therefore, the correct option will be neither conclusion were nor conclusion 2 is true, which is option number D here. Moving on to the next question, it has the statements and conclusion. And we can say that by looking at the statement, P is greater than Q, which is greater than or equal to R. Hence, we can say that P is greater than R. So, conclusion first follows, which is A is less than P, and R is greater than A, but I and A are equal. Therefore, R is greater than I. Hence, conclusion second also follows. So we can say that both conclusion 1 and 2 follows. Therefore, the correct option will be option number E here. Moving on to the next question. Study the following information and answer the given questions. 7 people, namely C, D, E, F, G, H, and I, like different cities, namely Surat, Kolkata, Bangalore, Mumbai, Ranchi, Delhi, and Pune. Each of them studies in either of the three schools, DAS, RIS, VCS, with at least 2 of them in a school. F studies with one who likes Bangalore in RIS, the one who likes Delhi studies only with H. H does not like Bangalore. C studies with those who like Surat and Pune. C does not study with F. E studies only with the one who likes Mumbai. The one who likes Mumbai does not study with the one who likes Delhi. More than one person studies with D, and D does not like Pune. Both I and the one who likes Ranchi study in the same school but not in DAS. H does not like Ranchi. So according to all the information given here, we can make a table which consists of school. Also, persons are given here and city. There are 3 schools, DAS, RIS and VCS. So DAS have H and G. RIS have F and E. VCS have D and I. Also RIS have C. Now H likes Kolkata. G likes Delhi. Similarly, next person is F. F likes Mumbai. E likes Bangalore. C likes Ranchi. D likes Surat and I likes Pune. Now, the first part of this question is which of the following combinations represent the school in which E studies and the city he likes. You can clearly see from the table that E likes Bangalore and E studies in RIS. So the correct option here will be option number B, which is RIS and Bangalore. Next question also has the same directions. And the question is, which of the following cities does G like? So first, let us see the table. School, person, and city. School is DAS, and for the person H and G, H likes Kolkata and G likes Delhi. The question here is which of the city does G like? So it is clear from the table that G likes Delhi. Therefore, the correct option will be option number D here. Moving on to the next question. Next question also has the same directions. So first, let us make the required table for school, person, and city. And the last school is VCS, which consists of C, D, and I. C likes Ranchi, D likes Surat, and I likes Pune. The part of the question here is, which of the following does not belong to that group? 4 of the following 5 are alike in a certain way as per the given arrangement. Hence form a group. Here you can see that only 2 students study in DAS, that is G and H. Also, apart from D and F, all the students mentioned study in the same school. So we can say that the one who does not belong to the group are D and F. Hence, the correct option will be option number A here. Next question also has the same directions, and the question is, who amongst the following likes Kolkata? We know that H likes Kolkata. Therefore, we can say that the correct option here is option number B, which is H. Next question also has the same directions. And the question is, which of the following combination represents the combination of people studying in VCS? We know that in VCS, three people studies, which is C, D, and I. And they like Ranchi, Surat, and Pune. So we can say that the one who likes Surat, Pune, and Ranchi are studying in VCS. So the correct option will be option number E here, which is the one who likes Surat, Pune, and Ranchi. See, this type of question are very, very simple. You just have to understand first part of the question and you will easily solve all the other parts. Moving on to next question. In each question below is given a group of letters followed by 4 combination of digits or symbols numbered A, B, C, and D. You have to find out which of the combinations correctly represents the group of letters based on the following coding system, and conditions that follow. Mark the number of that combination as your answer. If none of the combinations correctly represents the group of letters, mark none of this as your answer. Here the conditions are given, which is if the first letter is a vowel and the last letter is a consonant, both are to be coded as star. If the first letter is a consonant and the last letter is vowel, their codes are to be interchanged. And if both the first and last letters are vowels, both are to be coded as the first letter. Here you can see that the letter is I, F, N, V, D, and E. Here the first and the last word is I and E, which is both are vowels. So if both first and last letters are vowels, both are to be coded as the first letter. So therefore it becomes 26%, hashtag 9 and 2. So the correct option will be option number A here. Next question also has the same direction. Here the word is K, E, I, M, P, and D. Again, looking at the first and last term here, first term is a consonant, which is K, and last term is also a consonant, which is D. So if both are consonant, then it becomes 1423.9. So we can say that the correct option will be option number B here. Next question also has the same direction. Here the word is UBTIZN. Here first letter is a vowel, which is U, and last letter is a consonant. So first condition follows, which is if the first letter is a vowel and the last letter is a consonant, both are to be coded as star. So it becomes star dollar @25 star. Therefore, the correct option here will be option number C. Next question is 7 students Ashwin, Devika, Baljit, Chandrakant, Urmila, Nagesh, and Pranjali have taken admissions for MBA with specialization in HR or finance or marketing. Each one has got admission in different institutes, MJKL, RTF, not necessarily in the same order. At least 2 have opted for each of the specialization. Devika has opted for marketing but not in institute J or T. Chandrakant has taken admission for HR in institute K. The one who studies in institute F does not study finance. Nagesh studies the same specialization as that of Devika in institute R. Ashwin does not study in institute L or T. Baljit studies HR in institute J. Pranjali studies in institute F and does not study marketing. So according to all the given information here, we know that we can form a table which consists of person, institutes, and their specialization. The persons are Ashwin, Baljit, Chandrakant, then Devika, Urmila, Nagesh and Pranjali. Institutes are M, J, K, L, T, R and F. And their specialization is finance, HR, again HR, marketing, then finance, marketing and HR. Now, the question is, which of the following combination of institute and specialization is true for Urmila? We can see that Urmila studies in Institute T and her specialization is finance. So we can say that the correct combination is T and finance. Hence, the correct option will be option number D, which is T and finance. Next question also has the same directions. And the question is, Devika studies in which institute? So we have the table which consists of person followed by institute and specialization. We know that Devika studies in Institute L and the specialization is marketing. Therefore, we can say that Devika studies in L Institute. So the correct option will be option number A here, which is L. See, in all this type of question, you just have to understand the table once and you can easily solve the remaining question. Next part of the question is, which of the following groups represents the students studying HR? We know that from the table, the students who are studying HR is Baljit, Chandrakant and Pranjali. Therefore, we can say that the correct option will be option number B, which is Baljit, Chandrakant and Pranjali. You can refer to the table from the previous question. The table is same. And from that, we can gain the information that Baljit, Chandrakant and Pranjali have specialization in HR. Next part of the question is, which one of the following combination of institute, student and specialization is correct? So let us make the table for this question. Person, institute and specialization. Persons are Ashwin, Baljit, Chandrakant, Devika, Urmila, Nagesh and Pranjali. And institutes are M, J, K, L, T, R and F. Their specialization is finance, HR, marketing, finance, then marketing, and HR. Now we have to look for the combination of institute, student and specialization which is correct. So the first option is R and N in FIR. You can see that there is no such specialization which is FIR. So first option is not correct. Second option is T and N in marketing. We can see that T is in finance and N is not any institute which is given here. So second option is also not correct. Third option is L and B in HR. We can see that L has specialization in marketing and there is no such institute which is named as B. So it is also wrong. Fourth option is M and D in marketing. We can see that M is in finance and there is no such institute which is named as D. So it is also wrong. So the correct option will be option number E, which is none of this. Next question has the instructions. Read the following passage carefully and answer the questions given below it. Certain words are printed in bold to help you locate them while answering some of the question. The first part of the question here is, why are employers reluctant to hire Indian labor force? As mentioned in the education system and labor laws, both are faulty and hinder employers from recruiting from the Indian labor force. It can be found in this line towards the end of the passage. This can be attributed to the labor laws that are inimical to employee creation and an education system that means finding quality manpower a major problem. Therefore, we can say that the correct option is only statement C. So the correct option will be option number A here. Moving on to next question. It also has the same directions. The question is, what is the state of India's basic input sectors at present? The passage says, at the same time, what economists call factor markets, those for basic inputs like land, power, labor, etc., remains unreformed and largely under state control, which creates difficulties. So we can say that these sectors are stagnating and badly in need of reforms. Therefore, the correct option is C here. Next question is, which of the following can be said about the Indian economy at present? We know that the passage ends saying that the unreformed sectors are affecting the growth rate of the country. So, unreformed sector are a drag on economic growth. Hence, the correct option will be option number E here. Next part of the question is, what impact has the GDP growth of 7.8% had? Business people often carp about India's problems, but their irritation this time has a nervous edge. In the first quarter of 2011, GDP grew at an annual rate of 7.8%. In 2005 to 7, it managed 9 to 10%. According to the above lines of the paragraph, only statement A follows, which is Indian industry is anxious about India's economic growth. So the correct option is A, which says only A. Next part of the question is, which of the following is most opposite in the meaning of the word marked given in bold as used in the passage? The word marked in the passage is used to indicate a policy action that is very clear and obvious. And imperceptible is opposite in meaning to the mark. So we can say that the word which is opposite to marked is imperceptible. So correct option is option number E here. Next part of the question is, what is author's main objective in writing the passage? We know that business often carp people about India's problems, but their irritation this time has a nervous edge. In the first quarter of 2011, GDP grew at an annual rate of 7.8% in 2005 to 7, and it managed 9 to 10%. Conclusions like above from the paragraph clearly depicts that author is exhorting India to implement such measures through which it can live up to its potential. So we can say that the main objective in writing this passage is exhorting India to implement measure to live up to its potential. Therefore, the correct option is option number B here. Next part of the question is, which of the following is most similar in meaning to the word cloud given in bold as used in the passage? According to the passage here, cloud means hitting hard, which is similar to the word force. Therefore, we can say that the correct option will be option number C. Next question has the directions. Some sentences related to a topic are given in each question. Find the sentence which is out of context of the main theme of the paragraph and rearrange the remaining sentences to make a coherent paragraph. If the given sentence is correct as it is, then choose option E. If the sequence is one which is not given, then choose option D as your choice. Here, the sentences are caused by his non-stop consumption of chivalric romance, a country gentleman whose limited estate has been eaten away by proudly wears the basin that he has claimed from a bewildered barber as Mambrino's helmet. The book tells the story of Alonso Huijano, the cost to both his purse and mental stability. Here, on carefully reading the fragments, we see that the story of Huijano is the topic of sentence. Hence, fragment D, which introduces the topic, should be the opening part of the sentence. Also, sentence B should follow sentence D as it's add information about Huijano. Sentences E and A form a pair as they explain the cost and the causes of them. So D, B, E, and A forms a coherent sentence. Fragment C is out of the context and should be excluded. Therefore, out of all the given options, we can say that the correct option will be none of this, which is option number D here, as we know that D, B, E, and A is the coherent sentence. Next question also has the same directions. Here the parts of the sentences are, or to read a single word of the books which the dastardly heretic had written, declared Luther an outlaw before God and man, and forbade all Germans to give him shelter or food or drink. The Reformation was no longer a spiritual and religious affair, the diet of worms after due deliberation. On carefully reading these fragments, we see that Luther is the subject of the sentence. Fragment E introduces the context of the sentence and should be the opening part of the sentence. Sentence B should follow E as it explains what happened in the meeting. Sentence C and A form a pair as they explain the restrictions on Luther. Sentence D, which talks about reformation, is out of context. Hence, we can say that E, B, C, A forms a coherent paragraph. Therefore, the correct option will be option number B, which says E, B, C, and A. Next question also has the same directions. Here, the parts of the sentences are of the glorious climate of California. He will hear much at every step. When a Spanish novelist, either in fancy or prophecy, the state and Lower California as long ago as 1510, the name California was given to the territory comprising wrought concerning the great land of California, where an abundance of gold and precious stones are found. On carefully reading these parts of sentences, we see that sentence talk about the golden state, California. Fragment D introduces the subject here. Hence, it should be the opening fragment. C should follow D as it mentioned what constituted the state. Fragment B and E form a pair as they explain the reason behind California's name. Therefore, D, C, B, and E forms a coherent sentence. And sentence A is out of context and should be excluded. So, we can say that D, C, B, E is the correct form here. So, the correct option is option number A, which says D, C, B, and E. Next question also has the same directions. Magnified into a crime, but very little is said on the other side of the question. The man employed in various capacities by railroads, and the commendation of this man takes the form of deeds. Every misdeed is exaggerated, and every indiscretion, whenever there is a strike, a great deal is written about. On carefully reading these parts, we see that the subject of the sentence here is the men employed in the railroads and the attribution during the strikes. E introduces the subject, hence it should be your opening part. B should follow E as it explain about whom. Fragments D and A form a pair as they mention what usually happens and what is excluded. Hence, E, B, D, and A forms a coherent sentence, and sentence C, which mentions about the deeds, will not fit in this whole sentence. Therefore, it can come further in the paragraph. So EBDA forms a coherent sentence. So the correct option will be option number A, which is E, B, D and A. Next question has the parts: and burning with resentment against his oppressors, beginning with the assumptions that the Nargo, they attempted to bridge the gap of centuries in a generation. Whites who held themselves apart were enemies to the blacks was equal or superior to the white in natural endowment. On carefully reading this part, we see that the sentence is about the Negroes' attempt to bridge the gap between the whites. B introduces the context of the sentence and it should be the opening part. E further states what the assumption is, hence E should follow B. A further continues what is mentioned in E, thus A should come next, and C concludes the sentences by mentioning that they tried to bridge the gap of centuries. Here you can see that C is concluding the sentence. So B, E, A, C forms a coherent sentence and sentence D is out of the context here. It will not match with any of the given parts. So we can say that the correct form is B, E, A, C. So the correct option will be option number C, which is B, E, A, C. Next question has the instruction: which of the following phrases 1, 2 and 3 given below, each sentence should replace the phrase printed in bold letters to make the sentence grammatically correct. Choose the best option among the 5 given alternatives that reflect the correct use of phrase in the context of the grammatically correct sentence. If the sentence is correct as it is, mark E, that is no correction required as the answer. Despite of his heroics in the under-19 World Cup final, Manjot did not get a good IPL contract. And here the statements are: in spite of his heroics, although he is playing magnificently, even after playing brilliantly. We can see that despite of is incorrect usage. It should either be despite or in spite of. Hence, first is correct usage for the given sentence. Second is inconsistent in terms of its tense structure. The first part is in present tense while the second part is in past tense. Hence, second is incorrect. And third is also grammatically correct. Hence, we can say that option C is the correct answer. And thus, the correct answer is only 1 and 3 because the second one is incorrect. So, correct option will be option number C here. Next question also has the same directions. Here, the statements are consistent in terms of its tense structure. The first part is in present tense while the second part is in past tense. And it is also grammatically correct. Therefore, this is the correct statement. So, the given sentence is incorrect as it should be a variety of strategies instead of varieties of strategies. And first is not correct as A is not needed before a multiple. Second is correct. And third is also wrong since it should be strategies instead of strategy. Thus, we can say that option number B is the correct answer, which says only second is correct. Next question also has the same direction. Here the phrases are was still in possession of, yet belonged to, and still belonged to. The sentence is in past tense, hence it should be belonged instead of belong. Hence third is correct. And first also conveys the same meaning without making the sentence grammatically incorrect. Hence first and third are correct. And second phrase is wrong. Therefore, we can say that the correct option will be option number C here, which says only first and third are correct. Moving on to next question. Here the phases are even as they now stand, though as they now stand, even though as they now stand. So the given sentence is grammatically correct in its correct form, which is although as they now stand, none appear to be of earlier date than the 9th or 10th century. These stories all breathe the very breath of a primitive world. Therefore, we can say that no correction is required here. So the correct option will be option number E. Next question is the Battle of Saratoga is included by Sir Edward Creasy among his 15 decisive battles which have, by its result, affected the history of the world. The phrases are by their result, due to its result and by virtue of their results. Here the sentence is talking about multiple battles. Hence, there should be used instead of it. Thus, we can rule out second. Both first and third phrase convey the same meaning. Hence, both can replace the phrase given in bold without distorting the desired meaning. Therefore, we can say that the correct option will be option number D, which says both first and third are correct. Next question also has the same directions. Many centuries of European history have been marked by war almost ceaseless between France and England when these two states first confronted each other in America. The phrases are had been marked, has been marked, and is being marked. The sentence here is talking about an event from the past. Hence, had should be used in place of have. Thus, first phrase is correct and both second and third phrase are in present tense and hence they cannot be used here. Hence we can say that only first phrase is correct. So the correct option will be option number A, which is only first is correct. Next question is the magnificent civilization of Atlantis was shattered and plunked beneath the sea in February 1882. The phrases are was destroyed and dumped, shattered and plunked, had been shattered and dumped. Here the first phrase conveys the meaning that civilization was destroyed by some person. This is wrong because civilization cannot be destroyed by some person. Third also conveys a similar meaning, hence it is also wrong. And second phrase is correct, which is shattered and plunked. Thus, we can say that the correct option here is option number B, which is only second phrase is correct. Next question is the archaeologist whose business it is to bring to light by pick and spade the relics of bygone ages is often accused of devoting his energies to work which is of no material profit to mankind at the present day. Here the phrases are showcase, highlight, and bring to knowledge. The given sentence is grammatically correct in its given form. Hence, we can say that no correction is required here. So the correct option will be option number E, which is no correction required. Next question has the instruction. In the following passage, there are blanks, each of which has been numbered. These numbers are printed below the passage and against each, 5 words or phrases are suggested, one of which fits the blanks appropriately. Find out the appropriate word or phrase in each case. Here we can see that 5 blanks are given. So this part of the question consists of first blank. First part is technology is the technical blank people use. So technology can be technical, means that people use to. Therefore, we can say that means will suit this sentence. So the correct option will be option number E here. Now, moving on to the second part, which is people use to blank their surrounding. So here, technology can be used to improve the surroundings. So improve will suit the second part or the second blank. So we can say that the correct option will be option number C here, which is improve. Third part is it also means knowledge of using tools task blank. See, if we use technology, we can do all the tasks efficiently. So we can say that the correct option will be option number C, which is efficiently. Fourth part is people use technology to refine their ability to work. Blank technology, people communicates better. See, with the help of technology, we can communicate better and out of all the given options here, through will suit the fourth part here, which is through technology, people communicates better. So therefore, the correct option will be option number A here. Fifth part is we travel in more comfort and speed as a blank of technology. So the word result will suit this blank. So the sentence become we travel in more comfort and speed as a result of technology. So we can say that the correct option here is option number B, which is result. Next question has the instruction. In the following questions, two columns are given containing three sentences or phrases each. In the first column, sentences or phrases are A, B, and C. And in the second column, they are D, E, and F. A sentence or phrase from the first column may or may not connect with the another sentence or phrase from the second column to make a grammatically and contextually correct sentence. Each question has 5 options, 4 of which display the sequences in which the sentences or phrases can be joined to form a grammatically and contextually correct sentence. Select the option that contains the correct sequence in which the phrases can be joined together to form a grammatically correct sentence. If none of the options given forms a correct sentence after combination, mark E, which is none of this, as your answer. And if all the options given form a correct sentence, mark all of this as your answer. Here, column 1 has the sentences. The trick was good. Flint started from the scratch. The project was in the pipeline. And column 2 consists of and was beautifully executed, but Guna did not fall for it and for a long period. We can see that C and D is a logical contradiction. The project was in pipeline, which means put on hold, and beautifully executed. So therefore, we can eliminate option A. Parts A and E form a logical sentence. The trick was good, but Guna did not fall for it. Therefore, option C is the right answer, which says A and E. Next question also has the same directions. Here, column 1 consists of Lata did not protest against, Kiran did not want to, and Radha was a firm believer. Column 2 consists of learned a lot of skills of the 2050 growth century, the new policies of the government. Here, parts A and F form a logical sentence. Lata did not protest against the new policies of the government. Therefore, we can say that A and F forms a logical sentence. So, correct option will be option number A, which is A and F. Next question also has the same directions. Here, column 1 consists of the phrases Harish did not want to, Karan felt betrayed, and Raj tried to evade. Column 2 consists of paying the taxes, lean on something, and cancel the appointment. Here you can see that parts A and E forms a logical sentence, which is Harish did not want to lean on something. Therefore, we can say that the correct option here will be option number D, which is A and E, since A and E form a logical sentence. So correct option is option number D here. Next question has the phrases. Column 1 consists of Kevin fight the scene, Parul thought of, Balu had to. And column 2 consists of feed a family of 4 to avoid getting caught and emigrate to Canada. Here parts C and D form a logical sentence, which is Balu had to feed a family of 4. Therefore, we can say that the correct option will be option number D, which is C and D, as they form a logical sentence. Next question has the phrases in column 1, Jagan's resources were, it has been proven beyond doubt that, and Edward was not from. Column 2 consists of frozen food is bad for health, inadequate to fund the project, and the government is at fault. Here we can say that none of the given pairs form a logical sentence, as every phrase has a different meaning and every phrase is related to something different. Therefore, we can say that correct option will be option number E, which is none of this. I hope all the questions are clear to you and logic behind each and every question is also clear to you. Keep learning more and keep scoring high.